when your cup is full, you can take care of other people much better because you're not in your head worrying about how your day has been. You're already good. Okay? The best way to improve your relationship with someone else is to improve it with yourself. So, we talked about my little notes here. Seek first to understand, going inside and defending yourself, and then we talked about, what was the third one? We talked about...
do more deposits, make more deposits.
Yeah, make more deposits into your bank account, and then this last one is where we create an actual anchor, a negativity anchor to our partner. I remember hearing a story about a guy, and I've heard lots of people say that, where he didn't even want to open the door to go in his house at night. As soon as he got to his doorknob, he'd be in a great mood, and as soon as he went to touch the doorknob, he had this horrible sinking sensation in his stomach because he never knew what was waiting for him on the inside. As soon as he opened up, he didn't know what was going to be happening, yelling, screaming, fighting, arguing, all the stuff going on. He had created an anchor, a negative feeling state to his doorknob. And a lot of times that's what happens. An anchor is when you have, an emotional anchor is when you associate something that you see, hear, feel, taste, or touch to an emotional state. So he would see and touch his doorknob and feel upset inside because he didn't know what to expect. Well, he kind of had an expectation already of what it was going to be like when he went home. We do that a lot to our partners. We have certain emotional anchors to our partners. When they make a certain facial expression, when they're holding their body in a certain way, when they make a certain sound, when they use a certain phrase or tone of voice, when the phone rings and it's a certain family member, it creates an anchor inside, mostly negative anchors, that cause people to immediately feel upset or sick or frustrated. How many of you, when you're in a relationship and your spouse's mother calls, immediately feel angry for the last 30 years of the hell that woman has put you through? Okay? And it can be the reverse as well. But I've heard that so many times. Okay? And people say, well, you're just like your mother, well, you're just like your father, or, you know, back and forth. And we've created these negative anchors to our partner that get set off. And as soon as that anchor gets set off, you have the icky feeling. So what we got to do is change that. We've got to break the icky feeling, and then we've got to create a positive one. What if we created love anchors, passion anchors, okay? Where you were able to purposefully create an anchor to your spouse so that when you saw them, you felt love, or you felt compassion, or you felt attraction, or you felt connection, or you felt patience, or you felt curiosity, or interest. Now we can all do this. We all have the hardware. God gave us the hardware to do this. It's just we don't know how. But I'm going to teach you one technique. There's many. I'm going to teach you one tonight that will help you to create a love anchor, a connection anchor. If you want to go through learning how to break the other ones and create a whole bunch more positive, loving anchors, motivation anchors, calm, security anchors, all those other things, join us for one of our Design Your Destiny seminars. They're weekend events and they're fantastic. And, you know, you will learn so much about how to create and break anchors. And, you know, it's one of our most amazing signature events. So if you ever get the opportunity to fly in and spend a weekend with me, I will show you some extraordinary things. Phone's ringing already. People are excited. You should be calling. Hopefully that's you right now. I should be calling. So that's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about how to create a love strategy and a love anchor. It's very simple and easy to do. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is close your eyes and go within. If for some strange reason you're listening to this in the car, do not do this. Okay, but I want you to just imagine in your mind closing your eyes and going within. My favorite quote out of all the thousands of them is, when you learn to go within, you'll never go without. So let's learn to go within right now. Take a few slow, deep breaths in through your nose. Breathe down to your belly and slowly exhale. As you exhale, I want you to imagine slowing things down inside. It's like you have a volume knob a stereo knob and you start to turn it down. And it slows you down. If you ever watched a ceiling fan being turned off and it just is slowly coming to a stop, it's going around and around and around and around and around. And then it just kind of stops. And I want you to imagine everything just kind of getting quiet now. Nothing in the past matters, nothing in the future matters. All there is delighting in this moment, where you have everything you need. You are everything you're supposed to be. You're exactly the beautiful soul that you were when you were born, and that you will continue to be when you transcend. You are absolutely whole and wonderful and at ease, regardless of what human stuff you might have absorbed. You are wonderful and beautiful just the way you are right now. So as you continue to be here now, I would like you to imagine something that makes you feel love. Imagine something that makes you feel love. It might be a child or a grandchild that makes you feel warm and tingling inside. It might be puppy dogs or kitty cats or horses. It might be a certain vacation spot or a place that you go to that you just love. It's dreamy. Maybe it's a love that you had where you felt so safe from a parent or a grandparent or an aunt or uncle or a dear close friend or a mentor. Maybe you have a really wonderful relationship with God and you find total grace with your faith. And you feel that love, that unconditional love and acceptance. Whatever it is for you, imagine this love feeling inside. And I want you to give it maybe a beautiful color. Now it can be whatever color comes to mind. It might be red for you, but it might be something else. You pick whatever color comes to mind and just go with it, because that color is coming from your intuitive, your unconscious, your spiritual mind. So take that color and imagine giving that a color, or maybe a sound. Yeah. Whatever sound it is, or maybe it's a feeling that you get. Imagine maybe it's a feeling where you kind of stretch, or you kind of give yourself a hug, and you just kind of feel it in your body. So you create a picture, or a sound, or a feeling that allows you to experience that love. Make that love bigger. Make it brighter. Let it fill you up inside, and then imagine it filling the room where you can feel it all around you, or you can see it all around you, or it's humming kind of musical and magical as you tune in. Imagine this love just coming through you, and you feel so peaceful and happy and connected. Feel that love. Take it in, lock it in, and then let it go, knowing that it's always here. You can't lose it. You can always plug back in and be here now and feel it whenever you want, just by directing your mind to it. Now, I want you to think about getting curious. Think about a time when you were maybe very curious about something. Curious about how to play a game, or a place that you'd like to go to, or someone that you would like to get to know better, or you become curious about something that you really love, or maybe it's a recipe and you're curious about how to make a certain something, or you get curious about, finding out what your grandkids are up to. You get really curious. Really, really curious inside. And I want you to imagine letting that curiosity fill you up. Letting that curiosity fill you up inside.